Independence was the main story this week, with the announcement of a new task force from the SNP. Detail from the recent opinion poll showing a majority want an independence referendum within the next Parliament. And then the publication of the 19th consecutive poll, clearly illustrating Scotland's settled will to become an independent nation. The challenge is now to convert this momentum into actual votes. The parliamentary week saw debates on universal credit and school meals, and I supported both in the votes which followed. It came as no surprise that the Scottish Tories refused to oppose universal credit cuts. I highlighted the red tape faced by bands with members of different nationalities at the urgent question over the issue of EU visas for musicians.
Many bans are comprised of a mixture of EU and UK nationals. Does she not see the impossible situation they will now face, with different members being faced with different levels of bureaucracy and red tape wherever they tour?
The main votes of the week were on the trade bill, where I supported all of the Lord's amendments, and which the government rejected. These would have protected the NHS, ensured parliamentary approval of trade agreements, required consultation with the devolved nations, and revoked trade deals with states committing genocide. Then we had votes on the National Security and Investment Bill, where I voted against the government to support a number of new clauses to define the national interest as it applies to corporate takeovers by foreign companies, establish a small to medium enterprise support unit, and to require government to publish an annual security report. With concerns about the supplies of the Pfizer and the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccines, I challenged the UK government.
Given the UK has procured vaccines on behalf of the four nations, how much of this reduced supply will come to Scotland? And was knowledge of vaccine supply disruption behind the UK government insistence on removal of supply numbers from the Scottish Government vaccine delivery plan?
At business statement, my colleague Tommy Shepherd highlighted the undemocratic nature of the UK Tories and their attempts to deny Scottish democracy.
Yesterday, George Osborne, a man whose intervention single-handedly boosted yes support in the last referendum, demanded that the government ignore democratic decisions. He seems to believe that if this union cannot be maintained by consent, it must be maintained by coercion.
Constituents seeking advice or assistance should contact me through the usual channels, by phone, email or writing to my office. Once again, my colleagues in the Scottish Parliament continue to deliver in the public interest, with policies such as providing funding to support the performing arts sector, to support unpaid carers helping them take breaks, and to tackle Scotland's drug deaths. The elections in May will be the most important in Scotland's history, and only an SNP victory will lead to independence. So make sure you can vote, whatever the circumstances at the time. Apply now for a postal vote. Until next week, stay safe.